Nathan's combat class with Jason had turned dangerous. Nathan never backed out of a fight, but today was personal.
One day, I'll make your father my slave and piss on him.
And that was when Nathan lost his cool. Little did Nathan know, it was a fatal mistake.
Headmaster, stop the duel! Nathan, yield, please! I yield.
Not enough for me.
The greedy smile on Lord Byram's face told Remus everything he needed to know. Byram stood up suddenly, drew his axe, and spoke loud enough for all the men in the courtyard to hear as he held his weapon up toward the sky. "Mighty High Lord Raven, I, Lord Byram Clay, swear to the heavens that from today onward my house shall be at your command." Dozens of House Clay members pounded on their tables in approval. The courtyard silenced as Remus stood up to address them all as well. "Noble Lord Clay, I accept your men in our joint effort to rid our houses of the filthy scum that plagues us both. Niles Raven and Michael Clay, both of you lads, come forward. Today, we have a mission for you, and when it is over, you will both be men." The men of both houses applauded loudly at their leader's declaration, slamming down on the tables with even more fervor than before. 2 days later, Nathan reluctantly followed Amelia through the streets toward the Sweetberry Tavern. Amelia harbored a fondness for a special, sickly sweet drink there known as sweetberry wine. On top of this, she had yet to try the Sweetberry Tavern's famously delicious sweetberry soup that all the local nobles raved about whenever they all got together. One had to arrive at the tavern early in the day, or otherwise the soup would be sold out. Because of the rare ingredients in the soup, the tavern could only serve 10 bowls of it each day. This made the meal incredibly expensive, but Amelia had decided to splurge and treat her brother to the dish before the nobility examination began. Nathan wasn't particularly interested in trying the fancy soup or drinking the sweetberry wine, but he couldn't bring himself to say no to his older sister. In truth, he would have preferred a single home-cooked meal or a quick bite from a street vendor over such a bougie-looking restaurant. The Sweetberry Tavern was far from a typical Godricshall tavern. Its walls were painted colorful hues and adorned with pretentious artworks. In one corner, a bard played soft music on a harp. It was not Nathan's typical hangout, to say the least. "Amelia, did we really have to walk all the way over here for lunch?" "Are you really complaining right now, Nathan? We hiked up 1,000 steps to meet Officer Kane for your fancy lunch. The least you can do is pretend to enjoy the finer things in life. Here, try a bit of this sweetberry wine." "No, I'm good, thank you. If this counts as a finer thing, I'd rather keep things dull for now." "Don't be so picky. Just wait till I order up a bowl of that soup I was telling you about. Come on." Amelia motioned for Nathan to follow her up to the bar counter. As he moved with her, the hair on the back of his neck stood up. His spiritual energy warned him of some unknown threat. As a level 6 master warrior, the power of Asura flowed through Nathan and around him at all times. It vastly improved his senses and often warned him of incoming danger. "Come on, Nathan. Don't be shy. We've got soup to try." Nathan reluctantly followed after his smiling sister. As he walked over to join her at the bar, he sniffed the air and wondered where the threat was coming from. "What is this dark spiritual energy I feel around us? Does someone wish us harm? I better keep an eye out, just in case." As Amelia turned away from him to order their food, Nathan's right hand unconsciously went to the hilt of his broadsword that he'd slung over his shoulder. Something told him he would be forced to unsheath it before their lunch was over. Amelia smiled as she approached the barkeep at Sweetberry Tavern. "Hello there, sir. Table for 2, please."
"Yes, my lady, of course."
And make it a private table, please, somewhere out of the way." Nathan frowned as he continued to sense trouble. Perhaps a more secluded area would give them peace, or at the very least, flush out any possible assailants. "Of course, good sir. I know just the spot." The barkeep led them out of the noisy main room and into the back to a private courtyard table. Nathan, why do we have to be outside? It's hot out here." Nathan Hayfield smiled at his sister as they sat down at their table. He didn't want to worry her if he didn't absolutely have to. "Come on, Amelia. The fresh air is good for the both of us." The shopkeeper smiled as he whipped out menus for both of them. "Now, what are you fine folks in the mood for today?" Amelia immediately caught the man's gaze. "Shopkeeper, do you have any more sweetberry soup today, or are we too late already?" The shopkeeper grinned as he did his best to impress the two young nobles. "Heh, you two sure are lucky. Only 5 bowls have been bought today, so there's plenty left for the both of you." Nathan nodded his head at the man. "Then we'll take a bowl for each of us, and some of your assorted side dishes, if you please." Amelia chuckled. "And perhaps just a glass or two of your wonderful sweetberry wine?" "At once, young master and my lady, and thank you both once again for gracing us with your presence here at the humble Sweetberry Tavern." Soon, a series of delicious side dishes appeared in front of them, as well as a few flagons of wine. Nathan ignored the wine as he dug into potatoes, leeks, yams, and dumplings. Meanwhile, Amelia waited patiently for the main course. "What's wrong, Amelia? Don't you want some of this stuff?" "That's okay, little brother. I'm mostly here for the soup. I don't wish to sully my clean palate with anything else, besides a little sweet wine, of course." "Suit yourself, sis, but I gotta tell you, you're missing out." After nearly an hour, Nathan began to frown. Amelia was clearly starving, but any time the barkeep rushed past the open door, he seemed to ignore her glances or raised hand. Finally, Nathan had enough of this and waited at the doorway for the barkeep to pass by. When he did, Nathan shot a hand in front of him and frowned. "Hey there, barkeep. What's going on here?" The barkeep's face was covered in sweat as he anxiously looked for a way to get around Nathan. "I'm very sorry, sir, but I have an important matter to attend to in the kitchen, so—" "Not so fast. Come on now. What's really going on?" The barkeep finally looked into Nathan's sharp eyes and relented. "My dear guest, I'm very sorry, but it seems likely that there might be issues with your sweetberry soup." "What kind of issues?" "We don't have any left anymore." "I thought you said there was plenty left." "Those bowls were spoiled, I'm afraid. Listen, we've got plenty of other meals for you and Lady Hayfield to enjoy." Nathan sighed. Clearly, the man was in some sort of bind. He wasn't trying to take their money and run. That much was obvious. "What really happened to our bowls? And please, don't lie to me this time. I'm not one to punish people for things beyond their control." "Good sir, almost immediately after you ordered your soup, a group of 5 rowdy young men came in off the street. They were dressed most extravagantly and demanded your soup, all of our remaining stock. I tried to explain that your bowls had already been ordered, but they shouted at me and threatened to whip me like a horse if I didn't do as they said. I'm very sorry, sir, but they've taken your orders." "Be careful of your words here, shopkeep. What did they say to you exactly?" They said they wished for all the sweetberry soup we had available. When I told them there were only 3 bowls left, they demanded your share. They said, 'What about Nathan Hayfield's order? His family will fall soon anyway.' They said you didn't deserve it, sir."
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.